Buongiorno, buonasera, benvenuti amici. Welcome, my friends. My name is Vincenzo Guida, and welcome to my channel, Fountain Pen Therapy. Well, the therapy I have for you today is yet another Neapolitan pen manufactured by a Neapolitan master, if you will. And again, I've got to take you back to what happened in 2017. Well, what happened in 2017 is that Delta Pens, after so many years giving us high-quality pens, it was an entire blow to the entire industry when it decided to cease its operations. And yet, as we know, its pens and its influence in the community continued. In fact, in November of 2021, a company by the name of the Maiora Pen Company of Naples, once again, acquired the rights to the Delta Pen Company, and as we shall see, they've began production in 2022. The founder, Nino Marino, was as we all know, had founded when he was in his 20s, Delta Pens along with two other individuals. And in 2017, with the closure of Delta, Mr. Marino looked for another avenue to pursue his love for fine writing instruments. Within a year, he founded the Maiora. Now, amongst its collection, one finds what is referred to as the Maiora Impronte. The Posillipo is named after the affluent residential quarter of Naples. It's one of the richest areas of Naples. You know, Naples has this bad rap of, if you go down to the bus station or even the dock, you can see some of the worst parts of the city of Naples. But Naples is, believe it or not, a beautiful city, and the Posillipo area is just a gorgeous area overlooking the coast of Naples, and right across you see the Vesuvius. Now, it's this Posillipo model that we will be looking at today. So, without further ado, I'm going to switch to my overhead camera, and you will find we'll go through a quick unboxing. This is the box that the pen came in, very elaborate, as you could see. Nice packaging, as usual. Reminiscent, if you will, of Delta. And it becomes even more obvious when you take out the pens. First of all, the Maiora pamphlet describing a little bit the Impronte collection, the different sizes, etc., with the international warranty that it comes with. This particular pen I purchased from my friends at Novelli, Italy. So and then the pen comes in this plastic, and this again is Delta. Delta had several pens that came in similar packaging, and you'll see that if you remove the elastic bands on both ends, the top comes off, and it reveals the beautiful Posillipo. So that is our pen, if you will. We'll take away the packaging, remove it, and take a closer look at this absolute gem, if you will. Now, this is the oversized version, by the way. It features, first of all, the barrel, which you could see is from a very special resin turned all by hand from solid bars. It's a rich, bright turquoise reflecting both the sea and the sky. It's a polished resin, which is used for the cap, for the section, and for the cap crown. You can see that it's all the same color, if you will. And when you open the pen, one of the interesting characteristics of this pen is the curved or almost hourglass design, which Marino goes on to say that it's scalloped in such a way that it relieves finger stress when you use the pen. Isn't that particular is a stub. In fact, as you all know by now, stubs are indeed my favorite, and it's, I believe, a 1.5 stub, so quite large. Now, it comes in stainless steel. The nibs come in stainless steel with either a gold or a rhodium finish. I have the rhodium finish to match the rest of the rhodium trimmings, if you will. It comes in, the nib comes in either extra fine, medium, broad, or the 1.5 stub. Now, the pen itself also has a cartridge, international cartridge converters filling systems. It has the Maiora capping here, as you can see. And I believe it has the screw-in converter as well, as we had in Delta, so that when you screw it in, it's very difficult. You won't pop off and cause a mess. Now, similarly, you can remove the top part of the filling, a little bit like my Magnifica, Delta Magnifica Amalfi that we reviewed last time. You can maneuver the cartridge from here, so you don't, ink the pen with no need to remove the cap, if you will, or you can remove the top section. Let me just screw that back on. Again, just a gorgeous pen. Now, let me just show you the special resin. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to shut off the lights and just apply direct light to it. Look at that. You can see the translucent character of this resin. It's just exquisite. So for those of you who enjoy this sort of thing, it's just gorgeous. And inside, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's a well-structured pen, so very little airtight. The pen writes smoothly. And when you don't use it, you can see the interior there with my flashlight. Okay, so very, very interesting. Let me just shut that off and put back on my light. There we go. So that's the review, the physical review of the pen itself. And what I propose is that we, just in a few seconds, I'll come back with a writing sample. And we can find the inks. Just bear with me. I'll find the ink that we're going to be using. It's this one here. Night de Naples of Géorbin. Here is the bottle. Let me just, here we go. It's from the 1798 collection. Gorgeous bottle, French ink, Canaille de Naples. This is, if not my favorite turquoise blue, it's close to it. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous ink. I don't know if you could see it, but at the bottom, do you see that silver? That's the silver shimmering that this ink has. So what you usually do is you shake that very well. I didn't do it, by the way, when I inked my pen, because that shimmer or those sparkles have a tendency to clog my pen. So I stay away there, especially from my Impronte. I don't want it to be impregnated. But if you take the time to shake it well, get that beautiful shimmer in the ink, you'll use it for a day. You need to wash it out. Be careful, otherwise it'll clog up on you. Okay, but this is not as bad as some of the more shimmering inks. This is, it's just fine. It works real well. So that's the Naples, and as you could see from the collection, the same collection, there are various other colors, and we could revisit all these colors in due course. Okay, so that's, again, another way that I keep my swatches, and we're going to review all this once I start doing ink reviews. Okay, so that's my ink swatch book. Then the journal that we're going to use today, and again, it's just to demonstrate to you how I do things. No, it's not Tomo River paper. It's Atoma paper, but again, excellent quality paper. And what I do with... So, as far as the pen is concerned, it's the Maiora Impronte Posillipo and oversized. As far as the nib is concerned, it's a Joho, it's a German nib, Maiora. I put Maiora because it does have a Maiora. It does have a Maiora logo on it, and it's a 1.5 stub. I don't know if you could hear it. The stub has a little feedback, which is always nice. It's not scratchy. There's a difference between a scratchy nib that cuts into your paper and one that has a little feedback. It also has a little bit more feedback because of this particular paper, which is a little coarser than for example, Tomo River, which is a lot smoother. Okay, in terms of the nib itself, well, the line variation is evident. You can see that the difference between the downstrokes. Downstroke is that thick, and the side stroke is much thinner, and that's what gives that beautiful line variation. But you can see it's a finely tuned nib. And I think Marino did have something when he said that the pen, let me just see, I'm having a hard time with the focus. Here it is. This hourglass shape, it just, when your fingers go on it, it truly is a very comfortable. By the way, the pen posts very securely. So for those of you who wish to write with it, very securely, and it writes really, really nice, as a matter of fact. So let's just go back here. The brown dog. Now, in my view, the nib, so if I would rate this today, first of all, the pen itself is a 10 on 10. The weight, the girth, it's a hefty pen. It's big, it's size, it has everything about it is just a fine writing instrument. Just a gorgeous pen to write with. The pen itself, the nib, well, the nib, there's nothing extraordinary about the nib, I must say. It's a Joho. I mean, you know, for those of you who know anything about nibs, it's a Joho nib, and, you know, that's fine. It's a German nib, very, very, very well known for its quality. So just because it does have an inscription on it or its logo, I would give it at 8.5 on 10. You know, it's a steel nib, it's not a gold nib. Okay, the converter system is nice because it gives you that option to remove the top. I would give it otherwise, and it has, you see, it's better quality with the screw in. I would give it a 10 on 10 as well. And what else do I usually value? In terms of value, well, at the time I purchased this pen, it was, I believe, less than $200. So I think that less than $200 for this well-crafted pen is an excellent value. Now, what don't I like about it? I just can't find anything wrong with this pen. I'm sorry, but the pen writes well. It's well manufactured. It's got a gorgeous color. The resin is just spectacular. So 10 on 10 for me, folks. So thank you very much, and stay tuned until next time.